Nigerians, this is unbelievable. Make una listen to wetin Peter Obi dey expose for inside this interview wey just grant some few seconds ago for inside the Channels TV. See, I know say many of una don come across this video, but this particular part una never watch am. Make una come hear wetin Peter Obi dey expose for inside this video, im own reaction for so many questions wey dey ask am for inside this interview, and how dem wan take send Tinubu back to Lagos 2027. See, make una no allow President Tinubu to watch this video, but make una share the video because more Nigerians need to come hear wetin Peter Obi dey expose for this interview.
To manufacturing, the only way you can pull Nigeria out of poverty or even increase the so-called GDP you want to pursue to trillion is through production, not through consumption. And that production is agriculture, which will give you the food you need, give you some basic raw material for your factories, give you exports. And that you need is a win-win.
Would you be shutting down importation of food?
Without you employ labor. Yeah. If you can produce it, I'm just showing you a country. Bangladesh used to import rice. They've not done it. Even Vietnam, they used to be importers of rice. They've not done it around.
How long will it take you? And give us an idea. How many food? Sorry, just a moment. How many food produce would you focus on, and how long do you think it can take you to revolutionize food production?
Let me tell you one thing. That's why people always say you can't do it in 4 years. Let's start. Let people see it. No, they don't, like they said, nobody achieves it overnight. That's they say Rome was not built overnight, but they saw Rome do foundation. They saw it going up, so people can have hope. What drives the process is hope. It is hope that gives people faith.
Like renewed hope agenda.
No. Hopelessness. You could see.
That's not the kind of hope you are talking about.
No, that one is renewed hopelessness. It's not working.
So the kind of hope you will bring is a real hope.
People will see it. They will feel it. And I will be speaking about
not audio hope.
No.
Real hope.
It's not even
tangible hope.
It's not even audio now, because the man we voted is not talking. That is why I keep saying, we didn't vote all these characters that are talking. The first thing is that a leader must be speaking to the people. The person we voted in this country is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's no longer talking. He's not going into Aso Rock and turn the place into the bunker. We want him to come out of that bunker and speak to the people. Because with all these characters talking to us, we didn't vote them in. I will be speaking to the people. I'll be telling them, I said I will do this. This is what it is. That's why I said it will be commitment. Today, if you say now things are going wrong, or they have fake agents, they have this, people are talking. Where is the man we gave our mandate? He should be the one talking to you, talking to everybody. That's the person we want to hear.
That the people talking are standing on the mandate.
No, they cannot. Now, because we didn't give them the mandate. We didn't. He should come out of the bunker he's put himself to talk to us.
Mr. Obi, give us an idea, because I imagine that federal government or government are not the best producer of.
I didn't say federal government will produce. We will encourage
the private sector.
We will encourage entrepreneurship. We will encourage small businesses. So the first thing you do in a country is encourage small businesses. Every developing, even developed world, the biggest employer of labor is small businesses. Then you go to developing world, is this thing, go and compare us with Indonesia, where I spend weeks learning what they are doing. Today, 90% of the job in Indonesia is from small businesses. Those small businesses are supported by government. The Ministry of Small Businesses, they are supported by government, and they ensure them that they get loan at less than 10%. It's actually about 5%. How can you do small business, no government support, no training, nothing at 35%? It's impossible. We need to train our young ones in scale, support them financially to start a business and everything. Even in China, that we look at every day, 60% of the job overall in China is from small businesses. In fact, in urban area, so if you look at it, China have about 800 million people employed. So 480 million is small businesses. In urban area, it's actually up to 80%. And that's what we are talking about.
Yeah.
So when we talk about production, you support small businesses, support big manufacturing firms and everything, create environment, find out, even visit the factories, see what is happening, and then listen to them. That's what it is.
You talk about Ivory Coast, and one thing that comes to mind.
Ivory Coast?
I'm just giving an example.
Okay.
If you talk about Ivory Coast, one thing that Cote d'Ivoire, one thing that comes to mind is cocoa. You think about Ethiopia, you talk about sesame, you talk about coffee. And you mentioned several other countries, and you will be able to identify them with a produce, with a product that country is producing. In your own dream of Nigeria, what would you want Nigeria to be identified as an exportable product to the rest of the world?
You have to start with what you're eating first, so that you can reduce the import.
Can you give us 5 things or even 3 things that you think that Nigeria, under Peter Obi, if you become president, what are these 3 things
I gave you one example. I don't even need 3. Rice.
You think we can produce rice, consume rice, and export the rest to the rest of the world?
Why not? Why not?
How would you achieve it? How many tons how many farmlands, how many companies do you think you can get to work?
It's not how many.
What is the measurable indices for you to be able to make this happen?
If a tiny country like Bangladesh can do 50 to 60 million tons, almost 10 times what we can do, that means we can produce more by supporting our farmers. There's so many other products we have the advantage of dealing with. What we need to show is to secure the country, ensure that our farmers go back, use it because, one, the agriculture is huge employment area. Then you go to manufacturing. To build the economy, you must have a strong manufacturing base, and you must export your way. That's what other nations have done.
As a businessman, if you want to start a business right now, I imagine that you do your analysis, you do your survey, you do your business plan, you will prospect that business. Do you have a measurable plan of how you want to change things around in terms of production?
You've said it. Of all those who wants to serve and those who are serving, nobody have my background. I've built a business from scratch to where it is.
So do you have a plan for Nigeria?
No, I said I built a business from scratch. So I know what to do to support small business.
What would you do?
I know what to do to support small businesses. I know what they need. So I've operated in the corporate world. So I know what is happening within the corporate world, including the banking and manufacturing, because I've been involved in manufacturing companies. I know what they're going through. I've been involved in governance. So nobody has had my vast experience. So I know, for example, that the biggest cost of manufacturing today is interest rate, power. These are things I'm going to work on. So I know the things that is keeping.
Would you drive interest rate down?
Of course, yes.
But these are determined by a set standard within the market.
I've operated there.
So you know how to go about it.
I know what to do.
It then brings me to this question. You have criticized aspects of the current economic reforms, but many economists have argued that subsidy removal and exchange rate reforms were unavoidable. Mr. Obi, how differently would you have implemented it?
And I campaigned that I will remove it. and I've said it every day, that within the subsidy, there was a criminal or corruption side of it, which you needed to eliminate in order to know the actual subsidy and go about in a gradual, organized removal and replacement with investment in other areas. By the way, we're paying that subsidy. From what is happening now, they just called it different name. Because they're now talking about 7 trillion on the recovery or from recovery or whatever name they call it. So the action is still even when the food I will be able to be honest to the people. If our fuel is going to increase from, say, 200 or 300 to 1,000, I, who is elected, not via spokesperson, not via any other channel, will come out and say, this is why it will happen. And even when that is happening, that we are still going to pay this amount to make it 1,000. And whatever we are saving, we are going to put it in this place. People will hear it from me. I didn't say I'm going to engage anybody. No engagement of spokesperson, no minister, nobody. It's me that they gave their vote. It's me that will speak about it. No, not via anybody. And it will be seen. Everybody will know that this, we are told, we will stop borrowing. That we cannot be borrowing for this. We will use the savings in critical area of development.
Can you actually borrowing as a financial person? Is it a bad thing?
Say wait. Today, we are not paying subsidy. Say we've borrowed more, far more than when we are paying subsidy. Say we have generated more revenue from everywhere. Yet, nobody is seeing any improvement. What we've done is that when this government started, number of people that are poor were 87 million. Now we are being told that we are being threatened by 7 to 9%, which is 181 million, which they have doubled the poverty rate. So where is the savings? Where is all this thing? We were brutal in imposing hardship on people, yet they have no gain for their suffering. We need explanation. Our contractors, today we have operating 3-year budgets, 2024, 2025, 2026. The past 2-year budget, the capital releases are not up to 10%. And 2026, nobody knows what happened. The only thing you hear every day is one fake ministry, one fake agency, one fake this. What is happening here?
Give me an idea, Mr. Pidobi. This government seems to have done a few things right on the macroeconomic side. But the microeconomic, a few of the indicators are not in the positive. Do you acknowledge that they've done foreign exchange? There's an improvement in those areas. And you look
what is the impact on the average Nigerian?
Do you think they have done well?
Sure, this thing can benefit portfolio investors. It can benefit those who are portfolio investors.
Does it have FDI?
That's what I'm saying. It can benefit them because you have high interest rates, you have a reserve that they can take back their money so they can come and invest in it. But what we are looking for, Shehu, we want long-term investment that will be a win-win for the poor people, for the foreigners. And that can only happen when you do the right things, starting from the fundamental.
So you
don't do things that are benefiting the 1%, even less than 1% Nigerians who already had enough. So what you did is that you're creating mass poverty while enriching the tiny things and outsiders, which I'm not against.
If you win election today in the 2027, Mr. Obi, you will be inheriting this economy.
Yes.
Have you given a deeper thought on what you will do? Because Nigerians will not want to listen to any excuse. You know the state of things. What would you do on your very first day in office that would dramatically change things?
So we have said it before. You are not hired to give people excuse. Because I have an idea what it is. I'm not going to give them excuse. They will just see things start changing. When they were removing fuel subsidy, when they were stabilizing floating the naira, which will bring in a lot of money and everything, when they were increasing taxes, when they were increasing one thing they did not do, which is what you need to do immediately and drastically, is to do the same brutality in which you are dealing with this, to deal with corruption.
You think this government is corrupt?
Oh no, look at it now. Fake ministry, fake agency, fake this. Every day,
is the government corrupt or the leadership of this country?
No. I don't know what is happening. We have a mess. Nobody is explaining it to us. Let me give you an example. They said that in 2025, 2025, that we granted 34 trillion custom waivers. You saw it. So how can you budget 54.9 trillion, call it 55 trillion, and then there's 54 trillion waivers? Even the revenue custom made was just 7 point something trillion. So we granted almost over 4 times their revenue as waiver. And we granted over 70% of our budget as waiver. The money we borrowed. So these are things that I'm explaining. What is the impact of this waiver on the life of average Nigerian?
Will Peter be the man who will tax the poor to help tax the rich to help the poor?
Basically.
That's what you will do.
I will do that. And I will explain it to them.
You will tax the rich for the poor to be comfortable.
It's not for the poor to be comfortable, to make society work for everybody. What you do, if I'm going to grant waiver, when custom is making, say, 8 trillion, and I'm going to grant waiver of 10 trillion, which is almost 100%, more than 100% what they're doing, I will explain it to the public. Not talk of 400% without the explanation, which included the importation of food and kill my farmers. I would rather use that resources to support my farmers and make them more productive. That's the way to go. So you go on. IMF came and said, we have 8. Remember, that money we're talking is almost over 70, almost 8% of our GDP. Which country can give 8% of its GDP as waiver without expansion? So IMF came and said, we have unexplained 8.8 trillion that it was out of budget. Again, nobody's explaining it. You have somebody coming to speak and saying, when will Nigerians start hearing the voice of the man they voted for? That's why I said, it is time for him to say, I have tried my best. Let me go home and rest. Have peace.
Thank you for watching that video. So guys, before you leave, look at the down here. Do well to subscribe and also put on your notification bell so that whenever we upload any video in this great platform, you will be the first to see it. And please don't forget to drop your comment at the comment section what you think about this video, your opinion